like I gotta do it. So let's start like gathering up some money, working some more, buying some more parts and stuff like that. But that was, yeah, it was just one of those things where it's like, hey, I gotta do this now. So my mom, she's like, oh, you're wasting your money on this. You know, you could be saving up for like a house or like something else, go school or whatever. But the way I see it, it's like for me, I'm just married to it. You know, after I bought the motor, I was like, oh, this is legit. I'm married to it. I got to do this, or else, you know, it's that preference thing I was talking about. Like if I don't do it, it's just another down step for me. Cosmetically, I just didn't really care how, you know, like the hood, I could always replace that, but it was just one of those things that I didn't really care. It was just that, you know, me owning an E-30. Fresh out of high school, I was getting into cars, so I was like, oh yeah, let me go try to, you know, get a job at a shop. Let me do some basic little things, something that they can teach me, something I can learn. Originally, I applied for Mazda, and they were actually hiring at that time. So I was like, okay, let me just, you know, apply, talk to whoever I need to talk to just to benefit that. At that time, there was a service manager named Tony. And he's the one that actually hired me. I get an email from him saying, hey, can you come to my office this day at this time? I was like, okay, so I ended up going in there, and he's talking to me about job position opening up, and I was right. I was like, I don't know anything about those cars. Like, what kind of position is it? He said it was a trainee, like trainee type thing. I was gonna get trained to do some whatever, help around, just help around. All that really just helped me learn more about my car and, you know, how to fix things a lot quicker, faster, get more knowledge on how to do things. So I just keep it back here.
For sure.
I work on it when, you know, I can. I was planning on working on it today, but it was too cold. I still need to do some maintenance work on it. I had to buy some motor mounts to fit my car, because I can't use the stock ones. I think I have one installed back here next to the oil filter. Excuse me.
It's pretty sick, yo.
Yeah, man, the day I got it, it started raining, and I needed to get it back here somehow, some way, and I had that spare tire back here laying around. And so what we did was we had Jerry, Lalo, which are those two guys in there, Junior, who should be arriving sometime later tonight, but it started raining or whatever, and we had to drag that motor all the way back here, just to, you know, keep it from the front. I'm in the process of putting everything back together, just because I was waiting for gaskets and all that good clean stuff.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, this is pretty much it. I'm in the process of putting everything back together. I needed to modify this motor mount that I need to install here, which I have at work. Just haven't been able to get the time to do it. That's cool. It's something I definitely liked how it benefited me to learn a lot more things about cars, different types of cars, to think back, you know, that this wasn't the plan until like, hey, like I really want to do something with it. Let me just go ahead and do something, you know? You don't really see enough E-30s around. So like when other car people see your car out in the street, or like if you're just riding along the highway, people right next to me will honk or whatever, and I'll look around like, yo, like what's going on or whatever, there's something going on, but they'll just roll down their window, they'll give me a thumbs up, and I'll be like, oh, okay, thanks. You know, I've gotten compliments here and there. Oh man, it sounds good, it looks good, you're doing a good job. Don't sell it. Don't sell a car, don't do this. Any car meet that I go to, it's pretty frequent enough for like some people around me to recognize me. Like, oh dude, like I saw you like just around the corner or like somewhere over there the other day, and I'd be like, oh okay, like that's what's up, like you recognize my car. That feels good. Friends around me, of course, I have a bunch of car friends who are like sort of stoked just to like they can't wait for me to, you know, get that motor in there. My dad, who's always supporting me through skating. My mom was always like against it, like, oh, he's gonna get hurt, and then that's like bills and, you know, hospital bills if it gets to that point. My dad's always been like, yeah, if he, you know, breaks a leg, that's on him. This motor that's going in there is sort of just like I've kept it down, you know, on the low. I haven't told anyone but like the people around me, like friends wise. I feel like if I tell someone and I don't end up, you know, committing to it, it's more like a down step for me. Like I feel like, oh man, I let myself down more than I've let those guys down, because it's pretty much just on me, you know. I'm gonna be driving the car. I told these guys I'm gonna do this, and if that doesn't happen, it's sort of like just talk. I definitely don't want to be a technician for the rest of my life just because of the hard labor. I'm not saying I won't, you know, I'm not capable of it. If I really have to, I'll just stick with it and see how far or how well it goes for me. I definitely want to do something with like art, something with that kind of, something in that field. But until now, I'm just, you know, just hanging in there. If it weren't for an E-30, I would have gotten the car he has now, which you'll see, which is an RX-7 FC. I was just so tied down with the E-30, I was like, let me get this. I don't see any of those around my area, so let me go ahead and buy one, you know? I think that's my cousin with his RX-7. He recently got like an angle kit, which pretty much is just knuckles on your like steering, where you could turn your front wheels like sort of close to 90 for like better drifting. And so he recently got that installed, and I asked him if he wanted to go test it out. He was like, hell yeah, man, let's go test it out. So if you guys want to tag along later on, he'll just go do some burn. We know a place. It's alright. We won't get caught or anything, or in trouble.
I'll follow you.
Don't rush, because the more rushing you do in the car community, the more problems you'll have. Just because, I gotta install this part real quick, and because I have like a car meet to be like sometime tomorrow, like the next day. If you, I've witnessed this, and it's just it's bad. You know, if you're rushing things, especially on your car, especially if you're driving it, you don't want anything bad to happen. So like the biggest lesson is like, just don't rush. Be patient with it. You already got most of the things that you need, and it's all just gonna be done like sometime next month or something. You know, it's gonna be done. So just don't rush. Be patient, pretty much.